Hi, thanks for joining me. Hopefully I can get this one to be acceptable to present on YouTube. I'm going to change the rear turn signal here, and you'll use bulb 3157. This is different than any other bulb I've changed. This has to come off. I can zoom in on it so you can see it. This little cap here is covering what I need to get to, and then there's one right here. That'll free this particular thing here, so I want to just zoom in so you can see how to pop it up. There's a little opening. It fits flush on there, but there's a little opening, so you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver to put it in that little piece and just gently pry it up, because you're gonna need to replace this piece. I think the holder's gonna come out, which will be fine. I can pop that back in. It's all plastic. That's why I'm saying be gentle. You don't want to break it. I'm just pressing this down while I try to pop that open. I'll show you what it looks like. So that piece came out. And I'm going to pop the other piece off. The way they have this, I end up pressing on my light here in order to get that off, and I don't want to. So I'm going to wedge this flathead screwdriver up under there and then pull it over here to use this little cushion to rubber piece to pry it up. Otherwise you're going to damage this, and you don't want to have to damage that. You never want to cause more damage to the vehicle while trying to repair something. There. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Let's see if we can take this one off. This piece fits in there, and then this goes down on there. It's supposed to have two pieces on it, a piece here and a piece here, and it bends out in this direction like that. But as you can see on both of them, it's broken off, even on this one. So I'm going to sit this here, and this is the little indent I was telling you about. See the little indentation right there where your flathead screwdriver goes right into there. I'm going to keep these together, sit them there. Let's zoom out so you can see. Sorry about all the stuff in my trunk. I have a few art supplies that need to come out. Now this right here is just seated. See there, it comes right off. This is the easiest thing that I've ever had to change. Again, do not break anything. I'm just going to wiggle it a little bit on this back piece so it'll loosen up. I changed the other one some months ago, and I can't remember how this seats, but it seats in there, and you don't want to force it. There. And I'll show you what I mean. Flip it over and upside down. It's just a little knob right there on both sides, and it seats in here, and that's a little hard rubber piece there that it seats in. That's all you need to do, but you don't want to break it. Heaven forbid you broke off those little pieces and it wouldn't seat right. Okay, so I need to do the turn signal, and I can't remember which one it is. It should be this top one. My helper's going to turn it on for me. Can't remember which one is the turn signal. Can you do the right? We'll look at the right one. It's the top one. Thank you. So it's the top, this top one, and that's what you want to make sure of. It's the top one, and when I turn it upside down, it'll be the bottom one. So all you need to do is turn this. Let's see if I can get it right. You're going to turn it counterclockwise, and you'll hear it, and it'll come off. Don't mind touching this, because it's blown. However, they tell you when you put it in, don't touch the bulbs. So I'll just use my shirt. That baby gets hot. You see the discoloration in that? So it does get hot. So I'm just going to press it in. And I pressed it in using, I'll show you what I pressed it in using. I pressed it in on this part right here. And so don't push the bulb in, because it may break really easily. When I put it in to seat it, I pressed it in right here. And replacing it is, of course, the opposite of taking it out. I'm going to need to turn it clockwise, since I turned it counterclockwise. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So there's 1, 2, 3 pieces that seat 1, 2, 3 in there. That's all you're going to do. I'm going to place it in here like that, and then I'm going to turn it to the right, and it's seated. And now, of course, I'm going to check it before I put it back in. You always want to check before you reassemble everything and something is not quite right. So we will check it. Perfect. Perfect. Can't get any better than that. So now I'm going to replace it by pushing these 2 pinhead looking things in here. It's super dry in there, and we don't want to touch anything else. Sorry about that. I should have heard them talking. You can hear it snap into place. Snapped into place. Press this down onto here, and I'm going to push these 2 back in where I got them from. Just making sure this opening piece, there's 2. There's one on opposite sides. Just making sure it's vertical up and down. And the other one, same way. Vertical up and down. That way when I have to change it again, I'm not endangering breaking the assembly. I want to get it in there. It's bent, so I got to get it together. It needs to be pressed together in order to fit in there. Or this is the easiest way to do it. Just take this piece and seat it in there where it belongs. And then I'll take this piece and push it in there. And I'll just use the back of the screwdriver to make sure it's all the way in. Heard that click? Perfect. That's the easiest thing I've ever had to change on a vehicle besides the windshield wipers. All right, thanks for joining me. I hope that helps. And this was a 2009 Jeep Patriot. And that was the left rear turn signal. The right rear turn signal, you do the same exact thing. If you haven't done so already, show a little channel love by hitting the like and the subscribe button. Until next time.